Understanding children's emotions can be challenging, especially when children seem to be overly emotional. Hello, I'm Samantha from Learning Success. This video is part of a series to help you, the parent, understand your child's emotions, so you can better help your child manage and express these emotions in positive ways. In this series, you'll get help from a variety of experts in the area of childhood emotions. Learning Success is sponsoring this series because we want to help. In today's video, we have Javier Orti. Javier is a life coach specialized in working with children and parents, and in this video, Javier aims to answer the million-dollar question: what do I do when my child is overly emotional, crying, shouting, and not listening? Have you been in that situation? Well, let's see what Javier has to say about helping children manage emotions.
Hello. What do you do when your child is very emotional, when he's tearful, is maybe a bit aggressive, when they just don't listen to anything that you want to do, when they are pretty much blocked by their emotions? What do you do in those moments? I have to say that is one of the most frequent questions that I get asked, and I don't think that we can answer it in one single way. We have to answer it in 3 stages. One is understanding what's happening to your child's emotion, what is triggering that behavior. 2 is what do you do in the heat of the moment. And 3 is how do you go about understanding how to resolve the underlying cause, the problem that is triggering those reactions. So let's start with the first one. The behavior of that child, of that boy, that girl, is being triggered in most cases by fear. It can be a real or imaginary fear. In fact, most of the time it's imaginary fear. But it's a fear of not being good enough, of being rejected, of being told off, or whatever it is. But it's a very deep-rooted emotion that they feel it's threatening to them. And when they feel overwhelmed by that fear, they have no other way of expressing those emotions than the behavior comes. Because the behavior is only a symptom, it's an outcome of what's underneath. What we need to understand is that it's driven by a fear. A lot of the time, I'm going to disappoint my parents, I'm not going to be good enough, my teacher is going to tell me off for something I didn't do, or I did, whatever it is. But it's that emotion that is triggering the behavior. So don't judge the behavior, don't judge the outcome, don't judge the tears or even the aggressive behavior. Just be mindful that there is something that we need to uncover to help your son or daughter. The second part is, okay, what do you do in the heat of the moment? I understand my kid is emotional, I understand my kid is afraid of something or worry or whatever. What do I do? Now, what we normally do is, if you are like me, you would take 1 or 2 deep breaths and you say, okay, honey, calm down, and your words will most likely be ignored. You will take another deep breath and you will try it, and eventually you will just lash out. You will explode, you will run out of patience, you will run out of resources, and you will lash out. Now that's quite counterproductive. First, you know it doesn't work. It doesn't work ever, it never works, it just delays things. Second is because it's counterproductive, because we are sending another message to the child. That child that is emotional, that doesn't know why they are afraid, now they see the parents being angry as well. And a lot of them, what they feel is, it's my fault. I made dad or mom angry. So actually there's something profoundly wrong with me because I am creating this. I am to blame not only for my fears that I cannot control, but also for my dad and my mom's situation. So actually when we are in that heat of the moment, the only option that we can do is to keep calm, is damage limitation. Avoid it from escalating. Do whatever you need to do in your power to stop it from going any further. The goal is that you keep calm, that you can focus, you understand your child is not in control of the emotions in that moment. Anything you said is going to be ignored because you know what, the brain, the rational brain is not thinking. They are ruled by feelings, by emotions in that moment. So don't waste your energy. Just keep calm, take a few deep breaths, make sure that they are safe and anybody else around is safe, of course, and just stop it from going any farther. But stop it, allow it to just kind of wear off. Make sure that they are safe. If you think that you're not going to cope, go have a cup of tea or a coffee. Just relax. If you have another relevant adult that feels a bit stronger emotionally in that moment, let them take the lead and you can take a few steps back. Don't go away, don't go into another room, don't leave the house, because then the kid will feel rejected. Just stay within eye distance and just say, okay, I'm just going to give you a bit of time to calm down, and when we're ready, we will talk. So all we need to do is to keep really calm. Just think that the more calm I am, the more calm they will be. So it's a symbiotic relationship. Again, the more excited and nervous and worried that I am, the more excited, nervous and worried they will be. So keep calm, keep relaxed, give yourself time if you need it, give them time if they need it, just allow it to wear it off. Now the last part is, okay, how do I understand what's going on? How do I help my kid figure out what's going on and we can resolve it? And I'm going to be very honest, this takes a bit of time. It takes a bit of time, a number of conversations, but it's about creating the space, creating the opportunity for your kids to express themselves. But the first thing that you have to understand is they probably don't know. And they don't know because they don't understand the feelings. And they don't know because they don't have the words and the ability to articulate those feelings. So we have to guide them gently into that conversation. So here is the 5 points that I suggest for you to think about. The first point is look for patterns. What's happening just before that emotion? What is that it created that situation? It could be that they had to do things that they thought it was too difficult. It could be that they were denied something that they thought it was theirs. It could be that they felt aggravated because you had words of care for one of your siblings or another kid and not them. Whatever it is, but there is a pattern. Humans are pattern people. So there will be a pattern. Just think about it. What's happening? And make a guess. You will not know, but you can make a guess about what are those patterns, and that will start giving you a few ideas what could be behind that behavior. The second part is about approaching the conversation. You need to have that conversation with the kid. We cannot brush it off, because when we brush it off, when we kids make up and forget, all we are doing is we are just delaying the conversation, delaying the issue. It's going to happen again and again and again. So we do need to have a conversation, but we need to have a conversation when they feel that they are calm enough, when they can respond, when the emotions, the back part of the brain has subsided a bit, and the front part, the prefrontal cortex, is a bit more active, and they can think and articulate a bit better. Give them time to relax, give them a space, and when they are calm, then you can have the conversation. When you're having that conversation, just make sure you have plenty of time. Make sure that you allow as much time that you don't have to cook dinner or pick up the phone or whatever, because you know what? They don't want to talk about this. They don't want to face those fears because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for everybody. It's uncomfortable for them as well. Why could I talk about something that makes me afraid? I don't want to. So just allow time and make sure that you have enough space, uninterrupted space for you to say, listen, do you want to talk about this? How does it feel? Don't rush through it. Just make sure that you create that space for them to feel safe and that they can trust that they can have that conversation with you. Now, most likely, your child will not want to engage into that conversation, and it's about creating those spaces, those moments for them to be able to talk. It doesn't have to be about their behavior, it could be about anything, but you create those special opportunities. You go to the corner shop for a milk, or to do some shopping, or for a walk in the park. You say, how are you feeling? And you just talk about this. You create those spaces so he eventually knows that he can talk to you about those things. And the final part of this strategy is what I call fishing around. Now, remember, the kids will not be able to express their feelings, will not be very good about putting words into what it is. They probably don't even know where they come from. So something that I use a lot in my practice is just to suggest things in that very calm way. What you say is, listen, I don't know you, but when this happened, I could have felt a bit frustrated or a bit angry about this, or a bit left out, or maybe not important enough. And you just throw those things around and you allow them to see which one resonates with them, which one ticked the box for them. And they will probably say, yeah, I felt a bit frustrated. Okay, and what else did you feel? and you allow them to explain, and you felt frustrated because. Now it's really important, two things. Do not fix it. Do not go into Mr. Fix-It Man. Let them explore it. This is not a fixing approach right now. This is just an exploration approach. You just want them to express their feelings. There will be a time to fix. There will be a time for you to think about how do you go about changing those feelings or helping them change those feelings. But at this point, it's only about helping them connect with those feelings, express those feelings. In my experience, once that the child is able to express them, 50% of the job is done. It's the most important thing. Then yes, we have to do the other 50%, but this is critical. Once that you understand those feelings, then you can start creating ideas, opportunities, suggestions for them to change those feelings, those ideas. Now remember, they will not change those feelings only because you tell them that it's not true. In fact, if you tell them it's not true, probably they will think that you are lying because it's true for them. They will change those feelings when they experience differently. So the goal is, how do you create situation experiences for them to notice a different feeling? Little by little, little by little, so eventually they can let the old feeling go and create the new one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do feel free to ask any question you have. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, Javier, for these 5 patterns in dealing with emotional children. Conversations are most effective if each person who is involved is in a calmer state. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share it on social media. Use the hashtag #BetterEmotions. And remember, you've got this. The fact that you are here watching this video means you're an amazing parent. And that's a wonderful thing to be.